How's it, everybody? Welcome back to another part or another episode of the Gridiron Bangahz. Like normal, I'm here with Jake. Check out our first video if you haven't, where we went over pretty much the whole Week 14 slate. This video, we're just gonna go over our homer picks. Even though Bryce is not here, still gonna go over the Rams, which we'll start with the Rams taking the L sadly to the Ravens, 37-31. Uh, Definitely a close game, overtime, thriller. Great way to end the game, at least ratings wise, with the Ravens getting the punt return taken. I think that was their backup returner too, so
Yeah.
even crazier play. But yeah, great game by the Rams. Um, Gotta give them credit. They looked great. Cooper Cup finally looking like what he did, what he was the past few years, and Puka Nakua still having a pretty good game on top of that too. Not too sure how Kyron Williams did. I think he had a decent game,
I
but
think so. I'll double check
yeah,
that, but
yeah, 114 yards on the ground. Yeah.
oh yeah, pretty good game.
Offensively, yeah, offensively they were great. Stafford threw for three touchdowns. I don't think he had no interceptions. I don't know about fumbles, but yeah, it's a great game by them. But Baltimore just played a better game. Lamar did it both on the ground and the air. He did have the one pick, but his team was able to get through it. Baltimore's defense didn't look great today, but definitely had its plays, made it stop, definitely in the overtime, that last second to last drive or that last drive. Uh, yeah, Ravens continue to show why they're a top team, just winning on all facets of the game, and special teams winning them this game. So, congrats to the Ravens.
Shoot, that looks like it hurt you a little bit.
But the week how it went, it hurts.
No, yeah, I agree. It was a great game. Just down to the wire, overtime. It really could have went either way. I really thought Rams were gonna win it, but straight off that, as soon as they punted it, walk off, walk off return touchdown. So I'll say, yeah, great game for both sides, Rams and Ravens. But yeah, Rams just it came through in the end. Um, just showing that showing why they're one of the best teams in the league. So they move on and look to try to claim that one seed. Rams still trying to make it into the playoffs, right? I think they're on the outside looking in still. But I
Uh,
would say this is probably their toughest game outside of San Fran, which is the last week of the season. So hopefully they can get in by then. That last game won't have to determine whether or not they get in. So, but they look great, really.
yeah, they are on the outside. Right now they're eighth, but Green Bay is sixth, but they still have to play tomorrow. So I think Green Bay plays the
Giants.
Giants. Probably a winner for Green Bay, so yeah, they're probably gonna end up with the eighth seed. Don't know how it looks if they lose, but yeah, Rams look good. I think they're way better than their record suggests, being 6-7. I think they just dropped a few games at the beginning of the year, and definitely offense looked a little rough without Kyron in that middle part of the season, but they've been looking good. Defense, I think a lot of their young talent is starting to step up. So another team, I think, if they can get hot before the playoffs start, they're one of those wild card teams I don't think I want to see just because how great they've been on both sides of the ball. And Sean McVay is one of the top head coaches, so they'll be ready.
Yeah, they will.
Yeah. Let's move on to the next team because I don't want to give the Ravens too much praise. Uh, so yeah, moving on. We have the Sunday night game.
Oh,
Definitely didn't live up to kind of the hype, or just the last matchup, but the Cowboys taking the win in the division over the Eagles, 33-13. As usual, throw this over to our resident Eagles fan.
yeah. Another game. They dropped two in a row. Something that they don't do. Just like the Chiefs. Obviously, Chiefs have longer success, but both the Eagles and the Chiefs dropped two in a row this week. Just happens to be both at the same time. I will give credit to the Cowboys because they played a great game. Dak, I mean, I think we expected him to pretty much shred this defense, and he did just that. Played a great game. CD as well, and a big shout out to that defense because forcing turnovers, not just getting turnovers, they're forcing them. All those punching out the ball, recovering the fumbles. So just smart plays from them. Just um, situational football, I would say. So yeah, great win for the Cowboys. I think their fifth win as their fifth win as well. So just like the Niners, both of those two teams are staying hot and both looking to take that one seed. Niners in the driver's seat right now. I think they pretty much control whether or not they'll get it. Yeah, it's gonna be an exciting NFC race. Yeah, I give the Cowboys credit. I have to.
Yeah. Uh, they had a great game, both sides of the ball, offense and defensively. Dak is kind of showing like he's back to that, I think, 2 seasons ago when he went on that kind of hot streak. Offensive under Kellen Moore, just
Yep.
that offensive juggernaut. He's looked like he's back there. My biggest question is just I want to see him continue to repeat this because I've never been the biggest Dak fan, but 2 years ago he did show me something that I thought he could be an elite quarterback, then just kind of went downhill, and he's looking like he's showing again. He's putting his name in that MVP conversation. But that Cowboys team just looks really good defensively. I know they have some injuries. Not too many of their bigger names, but I know injuries tend to add up. So hopefully they can come out healthy just for the Cowboys' sake. But that defense looks, I mean, they look like one of the best in the league, if not the best in the league. Parsons does everything. He's been tremendous as a pass rusher, and I don't know how I feel about Deron Bland, but he's having a great season, 5 pick sixes, and still got Stephen Gilmore. Never heard his name too much, but definitely made an impact in today's game. Had a great day. And yeah, tough loss for the Eagles. You guys had a hard stretch. I think you guys are better than what you guys played today. Just the gauntlet you guys went through, and just another team that gets extra 4 days over you guys. But luckily, your season gets easier from here on out, and can take out some of that anger, get hot before the playoffs again. So yeah,
Totally agree. Uh, I definitely do think the Gauntlet does have a part as to why they're looking like this. I'd say more so the defense, why the defense just looks like they can't stop anybody. I just feel like they're real gassed out, just constantly on the field, and Eagles having to play from behind. So I feel like it plays a part as to why they're looking like this, why they're playing sluggishly, But ultimately, yeah, I can point to that. I can point to the flags, the no flags, and no calls that happened in today's game. It was really, really weird game. Just picking up flags that they threw and then throwing a lot of tacky calls, in my opinion. But not going to point to that because in the end, I feel like what costed them was the offense. I think, like we said, this defense was they weren't this defense wasn't going to hold up. Dak was already playing great, and we expected him to continue to just dissect this defense. So and they did, but the offense I felt like failed the team in general just because they just I would say what they're failing at is execution. A lot of times they'll have some good drives. They'll drive down the field and then they'll end up just uh, taking steps back. As soon as they get a first down, they'll have a big explosive play. They'll uh, get the first down, get in field goal range, maybe even the red zone, and then they'll put themselves in a pretty much put themselves in a hole. Get a draw penalties, stuff like that. Just get negative plays, and pretty much just them trying to dig themselves out of the hole that they can't seem to do. So a lot of it I'm gonna put on the offense. Jalen Hurts not really playing that great. The three-star players today, Hurts, Brown, Smith, all three of them fumbling. You really, when it comes to playing the contenders, you really don't want to turn the ball over. And seeing how all three of your guys got a turnover each, that contributed. So yeah, I'm gonna contribute this as execution. Just even at the beginning of this year, I think it's kind of been execution. And like you said, it does get easier. I'm not gonna say the Seattle game's easy because they gotta go travel to the West Coast. So after that, it gets easier. So I'm hoping, yeah, they can pick up some momentum, really get things right. Because if they don't, then yeah, you're possibly gonna be looking at an early exit and seeing how all the predictions and just I guess expectations on this team was to get back to the NFC Championship game. If you don't fix these issues, like I said, execution issues, then you're not going to be playing that much, not that long in January.
Yeah, I'm totally with you. I wouldn't say early exit because if you guys don't win a division back, you play the NFC South, the winner of that. So
I get it, but you know what I
yeah, but yeah, kind of shows what happens when you play how you play these last 2 weeks, and these are the two teams that you're definitely going to see one of them in the playoffs. You guys are the three powerhouses. Cowboys, Eagles, Niners, Lions are starting to knock on that door. I still think they're a little bit behind, maybe a year or two away, but right now you three are the powerhouses. Yeah, you guys had a tough skid, but I'm not too worried about you guys. Definitely, I think you guys have a few injuries, at least in that secondary. I know your guys' safety got hurt. I don't know how
mean.
severe
Yeah,
that was. It's the one that's getting the Pro Bowl votes, right? I
yeah,
think that's him.
yeah. That's it.
Never heard of his name until he led the Pro Bowl voting, but
Love that man. Reed Blankenship, love him.
but yeah, I'm not too worried about this team too much. I mean, literally 2 weeks ago, we had the media saying that Eagles were going to win the Super Bowl after they beat the Chiefs. So a lot can change in the NFL. Kind of just seeing how this week went. I think it just shows you anyone can win any week. It's football, any given Sunday. But yeah, definitely something to monitor moving down. Cowboys continue their hot streak, but they do have a very tough schedule ahead. Looking at it, they still got the Bills in Buffalo, Dolphins, Miami, Lions on the road, and then they finish off with the Commanders. But it's a tough 4 game stretch for them. So
Yeah. Um, as soon as we're slowly ending our gauntlet, they're beginning theirs. So that's a silver lining, I guess. Even if we don't play them again, right? We already pretty much played our 2 games. That Eagles can still win the division, even get the 1 seed, just by not pretty much just don't lose any more games. That's pretty much what it comes down to.
yeah, I mean, you guys did as best as you guys could. I mean, you guys are only a half game out of first seed, half game out of division, so I think you guys played great. Yeah, just tough skid at the end. You guys
Yeah,
were 10-1 going into week 11, week 12. So yeah,
yeah.
just
It's just the schedule. I mean, I don't want to have to point to that, but it does seem that way. Like I don't think a lot of teams would be able to get that far, even perform that well, get that same record. They're to play those teams in that order. I give them props, but at the end of the day, they dropped 2 in a row, so that hurts. That really hurts to see, especially when it's Dallas and San Fran, 2 teams you can competing to get the 1 seed from. So
yeah, definitely agree. Yeah, tough as NFC team, but definitely makes the NFC a lot, the NFC race a lot more interesting. But like I said, both AFC and NFC heating up with the Chiefs loss and the Eagles losing. Definitely has changed how this playoff looks right now. Still got plenty more matchups to come.
yeah, all that matters really is as long as you get in the playoffs, because from there, anything can happen. Even if you lost to these teams earlier in the year, whether it's beginning or even just recently, a couple weeks ago, really doesn't matter because it's just one game, and you're out. So that's all that really matters. That's what it, hopefully you bring your A game. That's what it comes down to.
Great thing about football. Just gotta stay healthy, make it to the dance, and yeah, I'm still I'm still wanting the Jaguars again in the playoffs. If we make the play, I want them. still think they're frauds. But yeah, topic for another day. But we'll go over playoff standings later this week in our video where we talk about our predictions and everything. Talk a little bit more about the playoff picture then. But yeah, that'll wrap up today's video. You got anything?
Ah, man, just sucks. We go 0-3 this week.
Yeah, it was a tough week.
Yeah, I ain't panicking yet. If they drop another, then I'm gonna start panicking. But yeah, it's just a bummer. 2 weeks in a row. That's it.
I'm already panicking. Guys, the last 2 weeks haven't been great for my team. So
Yeah, it is more understandable. You guys battling through quarterback injury, so I get it.
just, it's not even the quarterback. It's just the Patriots and the Cardinals is what hurts.
Against those teams, yes.
Just hurts. It's supposed to be our easy game, whatever. Well, yes, well, we'll wrap up with that. Talk more about that in the predictions. You'll see me. I'm still not over it. It was tough watching football this week, but yeah. Check out our first video. Like I said earlier in the video, if you want to see the rest of the week 14 slate of games. But yeah, that's our homer picks. Hit that subscribe button, get our notifications, turn on the notification bell to get notifications whenever we post the videos. We usually get 2 a week. Follow the social pages. We're on Instagram. Post a lot of our contact there, kind of our prediction race, and there's some other NFL news as it comes in. And yeah, hit that like button, leave a comment, let us know pretty much anything. And yeah, we shall see you later. Shoots.
Shoot.